what's the prognosis?
No, it was a tough loss yesterday. One I wish we can get back, a few plays that we wish we can get back to be able to, continue this thing. It's been one hell of a journey. Started off season 1-3. Nobody ever gave us a chance. Only the guys that were, in this building from 1-3 to win division to getting this playoff opportunity. I mean, for some guys like myself, we've never had it. Definitely, I feel like we're setting a new standard around here.
You said that standard phrase first, and a lot of the guys we've talked to since said Derrick said the standard. What does that mean, knowing that everyone else is buying in the same way you are right now, too?
It leads for a lot of excitement in myself. I'm just excited to, if I could, think in my head, no matter, how I feel right now, I wish it was September already. We got a lot of work to put in this offseason. As the business is what it is, it'll be a lot of revolving pieces, and we'll figure this thing out as we go.
Derrick, I would imagine the preseason, you had a number of preseasons where you're hearing, hey, we're going to turn this thing around, this is going to be the year. What was different about Dave's message that everybody sort of was able to buy into?
I don't think it was no different from when he got here. It's the same message. It all starts with, getting out of division. All starts with getting out of division, and with us within. The belief comes from with us within, and that has been his message from the beginning. These guys that we're gonna go out and attack the field with, the 48 guys that we're gonna go out and play with, the 80 odd guys that throughout the week that we're out here with. I mean, that's what it's all about. These are the guys that are putting in the work, the coaching staff, the staff in the building. I mean, outside of that, we're not worried about anybody else.
Derrick, how much pride do you take in being part of a group that lifted the defense from last in the league to at least middle of the pack and seemingly, trending forward?
I take a lot of pride in it. I don't know, man. The defense is special to me. The guys on there are special to me, within as well as the team. But this is the group that I spend the most time with every single day. I know what's put into it. I know the work that goes into it, the accountability that's held not only from the coaching staff, but as us leaders in the room. So I mean, just to be able to come back and turn things around and have things trending forward, that's the goal.
The general vibe in this locker room feels like not one that's dejected. It feels like there's a lot of hope and excitement for the future. Obviously, you guys need time to kind of reset. Well, how do you maintain that focus so that you can take that next step next season?
I don't know. To be honest, I'm about to check out here for 2 weeks, and then I'm going to come back and we'll figure that out.
Did you get a minute? Did you get a moment, either pregame or in a quiet moment during the game, where you got a chance to really soak in the crowd, the energy, and understand where it's, because you know better than anybody else where it's coming from?
I think the excitement started the day for me. I mean, just driving into the city. There was 1 million people everywhere, so shout out to the fans for that. I hope that we can keep this place rolling and keep the bank full. It's been the goal since I've been here, and to finally see it come into its own. I mean, that was something special.
Derrick, a lot's been said about the NFC South and how back and forth it's been. All of you guys finished with 3-3 division records. Do you see the upside of this division and the way that all the teams are kind of moving?
Yeah, I mean, I think the division in itself is a good division. I mean, every single time we play, I mean, it's a hard football game. It's the running the ball, and I mean, you're not going to see as much passing. I feel like, I mean, it's like, I call it like old SEC football, right? Like, we know what we're going to get going against Bijan, Bucky, Kamara. I mean, like, it's so many different dynamic backs in this division that it's got to get prepared to run the ball. It's an exciting division to be a part of. But I mean, like I said, it may not be flashy at all times, but I feel like we got great opponents in this division.
Derrick, with that said, with kind of the division kind of being overlooked because of the records and everything like that, you guys have kind of been overlooked. You've also kind of been overlooked after the season you've had. There was a post the other day about you potentially being comeback player of the year. How much do you feel like you've put in, and what more is there you can kind of prove at this point?
I don't know, man. It's one of those things where I look back on it, and last year I didn't get this opportunity to play ball. So just to be able to come back, the greatest reward I can have from this year is being able to play all 18 games and be available for this team. You know, the personal aspect of it, yeah, you want personal reward, but you know, I think it's so many people that just trash on this team and this organization that being able to make the playoffs was the greatest reward for me in this season. We want to bring playoff football back here, and in that people say, man, you have to leave this organization to be able to ever go win. So I mean, just to be able to slap those people in the face, that is what it is for me. My play is always going to be what it is. If you don't respect it, then you better respect it come Sunday. So, I don't take anything to that. I mean, yeah, it pisses me off, but somebody's got to get it on Sunday.
Dave, how's Dave grown as a head coach? You've seen this year.
I mean, when I talk about consistent people in life, I mean, Dave is that. Like, I don't know if the man has bad days, or at least not in front of us. He's super consistent, and the things that he says, the message to the team, as our job as leaders on this team is to echo that. So when it comes to coach, I mean, it's his consistency every single day. I mean, he's trying to push everybody every single day, and some days I come in here and I don't want to smile with coach, but it's one of those things. He's the same guy every single day, day in, day out.
Message-wise, I mean, is there anything you can share from kind of his party message you guys going this offseason?
Apologize for nothing, man. That's what it is. We're not going to apologize for nothing. We came out, we did what we were supposed to, especially with nobody giving us a chance. Obviously the goal is to get to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl every single year, but we fell short of that. And, now we get to go into this offseason, like you said, the standard's been set.
Derrick, you were pretty honest with us about your snub from the Pro Bowl roster. I'm just curious if you had any reaction to the All-Pro list that came out and you and JC both being left off of that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, if you don't think I'm a good player, then I'll see you on Sunday. So, I mean, that's the best I can tell you. If you don't respect me, then you're going to be in for a long game.
Derrick, you've been around the league for a while. To see Icky get hurt, the contract situation and going into his fifth-year option, I mean, how tough is that to watch?
I mean, it's tough, but I mean, I know God's got him. I know, the type of person Icky is. I mean, God gives his best warriors the biggest adversity. So, I mean, I got a lot of faith that he'll bounce back 100%.
You seem really reflective today. Is that the kind of headspace that you're in right now?
I think so. This is year 6, and I mean, like I said, like the greatest joy to me is playing this game. Obviously, besides family and everything, but this game means a lot to me. Took a lot of time off last year. A lot of PTO. So that was one of those things where I kind of got to just sit around and reflect on what this game meant to me. What these days mean to me. It's hard. It's hard. Not only the taking time away from family, being here all day, all these different personalities, finding out where everybody fits. I mean, it's so many moving components to a team. Guys get hurt. You got to have new guys come in. You got to be able to find out how they play. I mean, it's such a different world that I think unless you're in it, it's hard to understand. And I think I'm blessed to be a part of it. And especially coming off last year, like going forward, like that's just my mindset. Like Coach said, it's just 1 week at a time. All it is 1 week at a time.
With that said, last night some of the rookies were really wearing that loss pretty hard. They weren't around for 2023. They weren't around for 2024. But the fact that they care so much, how encouraging is that you have all these young guys that just got, you had 30 guys who had never been in a playoff game, and now they've experienced that. They've experienced a division championship. Like, how do you build on that?
Man, I mean, it means a lot. It means that these guys actually care about the game. To have everybody get a chance to go to the playoff game, I mean, we wanted to make it count, man. And I think that's the toughest part about it because being right there, I think, hurts more than just getting your ass whooped, to be honest. And, that's one of those things where, I mean, to be honest, personal opinion, now that I had a taste, like, I want more. So, I mean, it is what it is on that. So I think that's the goal, and, just for those young guys being able to, because one day they're going to be leaders of this team, and they're going to send all the rest of us home at that point. So, I think that's not only great for the organization, but great for what's going to come.